So it's been a little while since I've done a restoration roundup episode, so I thought I'd do one now. Got a few ideas I want to share, and also I want to show you our new logo, because obviously with our new addition in the family it made sense to kind of change that around a little bit so no one's getting missed out. So hopefully you've been enjoying the kind of hall stairs landing videos. They're kind of dragging out a little bit because the work is so spread out and we're just kind of fitting it in as and when we can do it. But things are coming along pretty well now. Most of the downstairs woodwork is in place now, so it's just a case of kind of finishing it off, all the little bits of filling and sanding, and painting the top coat, which is like an eggshell acrylic. But anyway, all of that will be covered in the other videos that will be coming shortly. Next one will be fitting all the architraves. So one idea I've come up with is we have a subscribers projects video every now and then, and for those of you who don't have your own YouTube channels and are still kind of busy at your DIY, whether it's a renovation or just small projects or even a full self-build, it'd be good if you can send in some photos or short videos and we can kind of put them all together, and every few weeks just have a little catch up, see what other people are doing. Because I know from people on Twitter and Instagram and things that a lot of you are doing similar projects, and it'd be really great to share what everyone's doing. It can be a pretty lonely business, you know, doing DIY, especially in these like early winter nights. So yeah, just send in any photos. You can do that by Twitter, Facebook or Instagram, and do a little bit of description of what you're doing. Next thing I thought I'd mention is it's the National Self-Build and Renovation Show this weekend, which is in Swindon. That's based at the Self-Build and Renovation Centre, and before we started this project we visited there, and you know, it was a really well spent half a day. There's all the supplies you can think of, advice, and lots of, you know, desks there with people who specialise in certain things, and it's just a great way of kind of getting all your information from one place at one time. So if anyone is going there, let me know, but it is free as well if you book online, and I think that's still valid now. So if you want to book, you can, I'll put a link down in the description and you can follow that, book a ticket, and have a good time. Obviously with the cold weather we're really getting through the fuel, so that's, you know, an added job every morning is to get that sorted. But you know, it's to be expected with the size of the house and the solid walls, because there's no wall insulation or no cavity. It really does become a little bit of a battle to heat in the winter, but at least it's all renewable. The wood pellets we're getting through a hopper a day almost, so that does mean that we're out there once a day topping it up, and the wood burner is going probably 14-16 hours a day, so there's constant stacking and reshuffling logs. But you know, that's all part and parcel of it, and it's really good to know that, you know, this house still on that old oil boiler would have been costing us nearly £300 a month to heat. I'm guessing upwards of a ton of CO2 as well, whereas all this is carbon neutral or near enough, so that's a bonus, but one thing that we're trying to keep on top of. One other thing is we've got the Facebook page now, so we're putting the blog on there and the videos and some photos each day, so you can kind of go on there and get to everything from there. So head over to there, I'll put a link below and also in the description. Head there, give us a like, that'd be great. But that's enough talking. I'll give you a quick walk around the house now, just show you what's been going on. We're a little bit ahead of the videos, if that makes sense. So what you see, you might not have seen in the videos yet, but this is your little sneak peek. So downstairs we've panelled the walls up to the dado rail, and I've started doing the eggshell on that right hand architrave there, so you can see the difference, and there's a lot more painting to be done. And that panelling carries on down the hallway just to keep it nice and wipeable and practical, so we don't end up with all the walls marked. And down this end again, the panelling and also some funky corners that took a little while but look really smart now they're in. More down the side, again unfinished under the stairs. I've ended up trimming around the front door with some architrave. It's a narrower moulding, but that kind of just means that once that's all painted, it'll just frame it nicely and smarten it up. Really happy with how this architrave has come out. The corners especially, the joins look really nice, and still need a little rub back and another coat of paint. certainly an improvement. And then yesterday we were finishing upstairs with the architrave, so this is all on now. Joe went round and did all the filling last night, so that needs to be all rubbed back, and then we can paint these. But before we do that, we've got the skirting boards down the bottom and a dado rail, which will sit, I think, about 1 metre off the floor. Finally got round to fitting the blind and the curtains in the nursery. So it's getting there in here, it's almost finished. Joe's butterflies. And that's what we're dealing with outside. Seriously cold weather. The ducks are braving it, but their water keeps on freezing over, so that's another daily chore. So one other decision we've made this week is, I think we're gonna keep the doors upstairs. Downstairs they were old glazed doors, they weren't the original ones, so we bought new pine doors. We were going to do exactly the same thing upstairs and replace these with some nice pine ones, stained and waxed, but I just got this gut feeling that we should really be keeping these doors. Unfortunately, these have been panelled over with hardboard back in the 70s remodel, so even when these are peeled off, there's going to be loads and loads of pinholes all the way down. So this door here has still got the panelling on one side, but on the back we've actually ripped it off, and you can see all the different paint jobs that it's had in the past. But even if we got these doors dipped and completely stripped, we'd have these holes to worry about, and I think that even with a decent coloured filler, there would still be an obvious sort of dotting all the way around. So that's why, if we do keep them, we'll strip them back as much as needed, give them a really good sand, and then we can paint them. And I think these are just lovely doors. They're the original mortise and tenon joints, solid pine doors, and I think it would certainly be a crime to chuck them in the skip. And the scratching at the door is not our children trying to get out. I assume they had a dog or someone's tried to scrape the paint off. And then again, we've got this situation here, like what were they thinking? So these horrible locks will come off and we'll try and fit another rim lock. You can see there used to be a rim lock on here, so we'll source some nice old rim locks and fit them like we've done downstairs. So that's the latest restoration roundup. Remember, I will put all those links I mentioned below, and keep an eye out for the next video. So thanks for watching. Remember, if you can, do it yourself, and we'll see you next time.